Buddy, welcome in. How's it going? Happy Monday morning. Today is the first day of school for my kids. So walked them to school and got here pretty much on time. It's 8:39, so still in the 8:30s. But yeah, first day of school for my student or my kids and my wife who works in the same district. So I'm here with the puppy or the dog, and I get to go back to work and be live with you guys. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for popping in. And you'll probably hear me repeat stuff always off the beginning because we have people coming in slowly. But over the weekend, probably my best weekend I've had. Well, I guess it was a August weekend, but best of the weekend I've had in probably 5 weeks. That's for sure. So good morning, Adventure. What's up? Morning, everybody. Yeah, so this weekend was great. Good sales, 45 sales, 8 Poshmark sales, 4 Mercari sales, and no Depop sales because I've been kicked off of Depop. So I've been kicked off of Depop, and I can talk more about that. I'm also going to eat because I'm walking kids to school and all that stuff, and I'm hungry. So I am hungry. If you have any questions along the way, let me know. What's up? Glad I found you on my page. Made around $700 this year. Let's go. How about that hard? $700 already. That's perfect. I love it. Keep it up. Keep going. Let's keep learning new stuff. I learn stuff from you guys every time I go live, and I hope you learn from me. Like today, we're going to be packing up all these orders. Hopefully, you learn some new brands, or at least how much stuff's going for and what maybe to pick up, not pick up anymore, all that stuff. Just want to check that I shouldn't worry about a negative review on Poshmark. Yeah, I don't have to worry about negative reviews on Poshmark from what I understand. Again, you guys know I've sold on eBay my entire life. New to Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop this year. And from what I understand, you don't have to worry about any type of negative review on Poshmark. eBay is a whole nother story. I do everything I can not to get negative reviews, but still doing all right. What's up? Good morning, LA. What time is it in LA? 5:39, I think, something like that in LA. Yeah, it's definitely 5:30 in LA. I got a negative review because I left Burlington tag on a pair of pants I sold. Buyer was mad. Yeah, that's a little oopsie doopsie. I don't know. That doesn't really shouldn't. I don't know. I mean, someone's mad that you got it cheaper and sold it. They didn't get it that cheap. Well, guess what? They didn't go to Burlington Coat Factory and source. You did the driving. You had the knowledge. You went and found the sale. So they're just mad because you got it cheaper and whatever. But yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that at all. It's on Poshmark. Don't have to worry about that at all. Yeah, they only show your 5-star reviews. I've heard that too. I probably have bad reviews. I don't look at my reviews. I just see I have 5 stars. There probably is a bad review in there. How to get kicked off Depop? Good question. So yes, it is 5:30 something there. Okay, Mondays are for you guys. So ask me anything. We talk. We get our sales done eventually. Mondays are our for sure bet. I'm gonna be on here and answering questions. So what is this? Empty labels. Wasted 4 labels. So on Depop, just like on my other platforms, I print out the label and I ship my items, and they get scanned at the post office and they go on their way. I had 3 different people say they didn't receive their items. And one of the options for all of them is like, I sent my item and it should be tracking. So I click the button, some items should be tracking. Like with eBay, when I do that, it figures it out and then everything works out. Well, out of the blue one day, Depop's like, you're suspended indefinitely off of Depop because you didn't follow our guidelines. We've had 3 people we had to refund because they didn't get their items and all this other stuff. And I'm like, there's no way. I never have people not get their items on any other platform, eBay for years. That doesn't happen. I just feel like I feel like I might have gotten scammed a little bit or something, just because Depop, if you guys have been selling on there, you get offers. I get 1 million offers a day, and it's always lowball offers, and then people accept it and they don't pay. I feel like, I don't want to say like it's a bunch of kids or whatever, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not a very good platform as far as like the sellers. I feel like if you're a buyer and you commit to a price, like on Poshmark, you have to pay for it the second, take it out of your bank account. And then also protecting the sellers like myself with that whole thing, it was completely bogus, but whatever. I'm like, whatever. I don't have to deal with those offers and stuff anymore. And it's all good. So I'm just going to keep on keeping on. What do I do if my items aren't selling? Well, first off, summer slowdown. Definitely July is a very slow month. But I will tell you this. How many items do you have for sale? COA. How many items do you have for sale? Sir, I forgot 2 bolos for everyone. All right, Stephanie, let's hear them. JT says, hey, what's the, oh, JT, tell JT hi. JT's awesome. Tell him hi. I believe Poshmark. Okay. What are the bolos? Let's get into some of these sales. This sold overnight. This is a Paradise Found. I don't buy this brand really anymore unless it's the Magnum PI. So if you want to just type in Magnum PI Paradise Found on eBay and you'll see what the shirt looks like. It's red with parrots on it. That one's always popular. Paradise Found, when I first started, used to be a good pickup. You'd buy and they sell for like $25 to $45. The reason I bought this one's because it was new with tags. Sold it on eBay overnight for $29.99 new with tags. So bought that for $5. So Paradise Found. Really the ones I get are the Magnum PI if they're used. That's pretty much the ones I get. Unless maybe it's got like a 3XL. I have found those too. Good morning. What is the best cross-listing site you use? Autoposher by far. Autoposher by far. It's not only cross-lister, it has your automation. So it does all the sharing and the auto detection. When something sells on one platform, it automatically detects it and delists it from the other platforms is huge. So you don't sell the same item twice and upset buyers. So yeah, people on here saying Autoposher. So I have a video on YouTube about Autoposher if you want to watch that. Also, surfsupfinds.com. There's a link there to go to Autoposher and you get a discount. You get $5 off. JT, you heard your trash. Oh, JT heard I'm trash at Call of Duty. I am. K-Way, I play K-Way and Bearded and Dilly sometimes. And I'm awful at Call of Duty. But it's not about that for me. I just like playing and talking, hanging out. I'm always at the bottom. I'm like, my goal is just not to be at the bottom. I quit doing Depop shortly after starting because it wasn't worth all the stuff you had to deal with. Tam and I we were had to be convinced different times about cross-listing, which is like, that was probably my biggest mistake was not cross-listing earlier in my reselling career, clothing. But yeah, Depop, I'm fine with it. I was tired of it. If it was Poshmark, I'd be worried because that's by far my second best selling platform. I sold 8 things over there, 30 something on eBay and 4 on Mercari. So this is going to Alan. Again, there's JT. JT, you talking about my Call of Duty skills? Are you talking about I have 3 items listed? Do you have 3 items listed? I don't know. Tell you if you got 3 items listed, my friend. But yeah. So yeah, this sold $30. Paradise Found. Look for Magnum PI. Magnum PI. I was so excited. I finally found Purple Label Ralph Lauren. I'm so excited for you. That's my favorite. You guys know that. Any Ralph Lauren this weekend? Us not down here to take pictures. I got at a garage sale a double RL like quarter snap. Well, I put a picture on I actually did a little short. It's in my short, but yeah, I got a double RL. I love finding that. Congratulations. Just hearing rumors. JT, it's the truth. I'm awful at Call of Duty. I tried Depop, but didn't like it. Yeah, I don't know. Can you put Depop on vacation mode? Yes, you can put Depop, Mercari, and Poshmark on vacation mode, but your stores turn off, so no one can buy anything. eBay is the only one that you can put on vacation mode where people can still buy stuff. It just won't get shipped till you get back. That sort of thing. Bolos. Rafa cycling shirts and Brighton crossbody purses. Okay, you guys heard it. I've never heard of these. That's why I said I learned from you guys. Rafa, RAPHA. What's up, AZ? Cycling shirts and Brighton crossbody purses. I never look at purses at the thrift store. So that might be something I need to I'm trying to get into more categories. I want to be able to go in the thrift store and talk about this and know everything at the thrift store. Know everything. Purple Label. Linen Purple Label blazer for $12. Dang. That's like $300. I bet you that's a $300 blazer. Bet. Maybe more if it's depending on what it looks like, for sure. Not having any luck with eBay this past month. Any suggestions on more views? So what you don't want are views. What you want are buyers. And I'm going to stick with that always. I don't care about views. I want the buyer, which sounds like, of course, we all want the buyer. But I never look at views. Views is a waste of your time because it's not going to do anything. All that does is it'll either make you sad because you have no views or sad because you have a lot of views and no one's buying your item. Views don't matter. The biggest thing is finding the right item. Items that are in demand and selling them for a competitive price. So listing them for a competitive price and selling them for a good price. That's all you have to focus on. And those items will sell. Like that purple label blazer that we're talking about that was found this weekend. Purple label blazer that's linen. It's the right item, and you'll be able to sell that for the right price. I mean, you bought it for $12. If you list it for $100, it will sell today within an hour. Good morning, sir. Did you have a good weekend? Yes, Tej. What's up, Tej? Good weekend. Yep, good weekend. It was really hot. I'm sure it's hot where all you guys are, but no complaints from me. What brand shirts do you look out for? So what I would say is on surfsupfinds.com, my eBay store is attached to that, and you can look up my sold listings, and you can see all the stuff that I sell. That's the best way to do it because there's tons of different brands of shirts I pick up. Or just continue to watch this right now, and we'll show you what I did. I don't pay attention to views. Yeah, snap dabble. You can't. I never do. The only time I do is when I hold an auction, which I don't do very often. But yeah, don't worry about views. But to answer your question, how do you pick up sales? If you feel like you have good items and you feel like you have good prices, maybe just run a sale on your eBay store. Look at getting a platform like Autoposture or another one that sends out offers for you to people, or share bots if you're on Poshmark. But yeah, try to run a sale. Just like Marshalls and TJ Maxx just ran a huge sale last week, and I think it's still this week, the yellow tag event. So they're just running a big sale. You should do the same. All right. Next item. This sold for $22.50. This is a pair of Paratrooper Abercrombie & Fitch shorts. These are definitely from probably the year 2000, year 2001. I swear I had a pair of these. But yeah, these are Abercrombie & Fitch Paratrooper shorts. They will say Paratrooper usually. If not, as long as if they have this little thing at the bottom right here, they're Paratrooper shorts. So these sold for $22.50. I usually like to get a little bit more out of these, but right now with shorts and polos, I'm kind of taking what I can, especially if it's an item that's been sitting a while. I'll take what I can. Now, I did do retail arbitrage last week, and I have sold actually quite a bit. You're going to see with all this stuff, some of those things from Marshalls and TJ Maxx, but I'm not going to let those go for super cheap because I'll just wait till next spring for those to sell. Arizona, what's up? You like my flea market find? I know we were talking about that. How many sales this weekend? 45. 45 this weekend. Actually, last night I packed up some sales that did not happen this weekend. They were like Thursday because I did not ship Thursday. So last night I did that. I made sure that this was just this weekend. So this is like Friday night into Monday morning today. Except Poshmark Mercari. I haven't checked that yet. I found a pair of Aviator Nation sweatpants. Never found that brand. Okay, Stephanie, good point. I think what you guys should do too, which I try to do, is a lot of times we skip over the sweatpants section because we're like, how much money is there going to be made there? Like, not the leggings, the sweatpants section, if you have such a thing. One time I found purple label sweatpants in that section, and they sold for $100 like that. And you found Aviator Nation. So definitely, if you have time, do a little run through the sweatpants section because you never know. Those are definitely under the radar sometime items. And there's some bread and butter things. If you can get Nike, like the winter, the fleece pants and stuff there, those sell for like $18 in the wintertime. How do you take the best quality picture? You can get a light box. There's tons of different ways. Your lighting is really important, and maybe your angle. I don't like really taking pictures of the shirt way back here like this. I like to take, you can look at my store. I like to take more of a artistic first picture. But yeah, and K-Way Shop 2 is a really good store to look at. I haven't looked at anyone's stores. I just really watch like his lives and stuff, and I see his store, and they're really good pictures. Hello from Flooded St. Pete. Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. I saw that that hurricane, it was actual hurricane when it made landfall. I know it's not big, it's a one, but that rain down there in Florida, they're just getting dumped on down there in Florida. Feel bad because it's such a slow moving storm. It's like that one in Houston that happened like 4 years ago, just dumping rain. Let's see. Oh, and what was my best find at TJ Maxx? Really, I don't know. You know what? My best finds were the things that have already sold. That's what I'm going to say. So like these Holderness and Born, these I sold 2 of these over the weekend. And I also sold a Grayson polo. So I'm going to say those are the best things that I found because they sold the quickest. They sold the quickest. Love the Hawaiian flag. Thank you. You know what? Actually, are you from Lakia? Are you from Hawaii or do you have a Hawaiian? I'm going to Hawaii next summer, just planning the vacation or the trip. Next summer, 2025, going to Kauai, actually, the small island. We had an amazing time at the flea market. So AZ, that flea market was actually from the beginning of the summer. That was months ago. I just sold that item and I had that footage. If you guys didn't see the short about something, I'm going to pack up in a little bit. What are the best stores to go thrifting? Here in Indianapolis, we're pretty much like Goodwill City. Most of the thrift stores are Goodwill. That's it. So yeah. You don't deal with hard goods much. I do like hard goods. Actually, I sold a BMX, an old BMX bike over the weekend on Marketplace. I do get hard goods. I do get hard goods. Our Goodwills put a lot of that stuff on shopgoodwill.com, so I can't find it. But when I go to garage sales, I love hard goods. That's what I started with. I never did clothing. In fact, if I could only do like nice hard goods, I would do that and not do clothing. I just don't have that available to me as much as I have clothing. So this is where my business has led. And it's great. I mean, it's easy to ship this stuff out. What's up, Ben Beautiful? Yes, Viore and Lulu can hide in the sweatpants too. Yep, Viore and Lulu can hide in the sweatpants. They make a Viore men's sweatpant jean or pants that are very wide and they're desirable. Even the old ones with the nickel-sized dot on them. People love those. Whenever I find them, they sell quicker than even newer pairs. Found some super cute tie-dye Lulu sweatpant joggers. Let's go. Yes, from Hawaii, but live in Arizona. Okay, well, I like both those states. But yep. So we love Hawaii. Our son was named after a place in Hawaii. We just love it. So going next summer to Kauai. All right. This is an Arc'teryx t-shirt. So this was, I think, $2.99 or $1.99 t-shirt, depending on when I bought it. Now our t-shirts are $2.99. But this is an Arc'teryx t-shirt, just regular old t-shirt. It was on a rack that they just rolled out because, you know, I don't really go through the t-shirts. What's up, cutie? What's up there, Shelb? So Arc'teryx shirt. This sold for $18.99 fairly fast. Shelby was sad this morning because she didn't get to walk our kids to school. My mom and I walked our kids to school. And it was Eden's first day of kindergarten. And she didn't look back. Not one tear, nothing. She was ready for it. Did you go to the TJ Maxx? Yeah. Did I show the TJ Maxx tags? What do you mean? Did I show the TJ Maxx tags? Ooh, this one's kind of, there we go. I pulled that off wrong. Can I see the label? Oh, the Holderness and Born? Yeah. I'll show it to you because we'll do the eBay items first. And then I'll, because that might be a little while. But yeah. Holderness and Born. When it comes to golf polos, what I always tell people, what I recommend doing is going to a local golf course and going inside their pro shop and looking at the expensive golf polos, what brands they have and what the patterns look like. That's what people are looking for the most part. Or you can go to a golf store or something like that. This right here is Holderness and Born. Holderness and Born. Whoops, shouldn't show that probably. Holderness and Born. Right there. It's a good brand to be on the lookout for. But again, right now, just forewarning, I've never seen in my reselling career of clothing, which is 8 years, so many golf polo brands out on the market. There's so many new ones and everything. So just make sure you sell some of these new ones fairly quick, like Bad Birdie and those holding some boards and stuff, because there are going to be new ones coming out, and those aren't going to be popular anymore. Golf players are like chicks now. They got to have the newest clothing. I'm not being sexist. I'm just saying. Goodwill not only gets their items for free, they now charge for bags. Crazy. Yes. So in Chicago, they charge for bags. Some say here in Indy, they don't charge for bags, but in Chicago, they charge for bags. So that what I would do is buy the $1 reusable big bag so I could stuff a lot of stuff like put in it. This is an Under Armour NFL Combine. We hold that here in Indianapolis every year, so you probably won't find one like this. But also, I'm not picking up Under Armour polos anymore unless there's something special about them, which one of these sales has something special about them. Remember I told you, I went online, put all these for $10 on eBay, and guess how much it sold for? $10. So that's how much these are going for now. Cajus! Tams, yes, Cajus. I sold some Cajus. Sold some Cajus. No, we're not talking about what you dip your sandwich into. Momo, hope everyone had a great weekend. Yes. Hope everyone did as well. Do you wear your own used clothing that you have for sale? I don't. Cutie, Anthony. My wife comes in here and calls me cutie, and then my brother-in-law comes in here and calls me cutie. Cute, you are so kind, my brother-in-law, Anthony. Anthony's at work right now. Anthony, I'm back at my normal job. The kids are at school. Woo! Okay. What was the question? Oh, do I ever wear this clothing that I have for sale? Sometimes. For example, like if I'm going to a Cubs game, I'll grab like my Cubs jersey, or if there's like a floral, like a theme, if I go on a cruise or something and there's some sort of beach theme and I have something my size in my inventory, I'll grab that and wear it and then bring it home and wash it. So yeah, sometimes I do that. I mean, why not, right? It's like being a used car dealer ship. Like you're going to drive home your used cars. That's part of the benefit, right? All right. Next item is a Rails. I did not know this company made men's shirts. So Rails, usually I just sold one last week in a flannel. This is a very lightweight denim. Rails. I did not know they made it in men's. I only thought it was women's. Rails lightweight denim shirt. This sold within a week of me listing it. Very, very quick. Sold for $20.69, which was an Autoposher sale. So going back to Autoposher automatically sends out offers. So someone bought this while I was doing whatever. Autoposher sent an offer and someone liked it and bought it. So I borrow my inventory all the time. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not new. And most of it's used, right? So there's really no difference. I mean, wash it, put cologne on it or whatever. Been selling these like crazy. You guys know that. These Ping. I bought these at that clearance sale Dick's Sporting Goods had a year ago. And I bought these for 75% off, $15, and I sold it for $11.99. These are one of those things that I had for like $20. None of them sold. Dropped it to $15. None of them sold. And then I put them at $11.99, and they've been just selling left and right, which is great because I'm ready to get rid of these, especially with winter coming. I want to make the room, want to have the capital. I'm still making a profit. I bought these for less than $5. So that's kind of where my mentality is right now, especially. I'm going to be listing jeans and flannels here very soon. Like here within the next couple weeks, I'm going to start listing jeans and flannels. Next item is a Cricket polo shirt. Good brand. Gone. It's fallen a little bit. Still a great brand to pick up if you find it. Here's the label. Cricket. If you find Cricket, sorry for the view. Cricket. It's still a great brand to pick up if you find it. This sold within a week as well. For $24.99, I paid $5 for it. Again, you make your money when you pick your items up, right, everybody? Yeah, right. What's up, Teresa Flips Jersey? Thanks for popping in this morning. I know it's bright and early for a lot of you, and I haven't been on live on Mondays in a minute. I got a Lacoste V-neck vintage at a yard sale for $1 this weekend. See, if you get a Lacoste anything for $1 vintage, you can't lose on that. You're going to, like, that's $5 at my thrift store. I don't know. I haven't looked up comps, but let's say that sells for $15. like there's a good chance I might not buy it. But for $1 at a thrift sale or at a garage sale, I'm going to buy it. So it's all about that buy cost. People ask me, what items do I pick up? There's a lot of items, but it's that buy cost. And then I can undercut the market. If they sell for 15, I buy it for $1. I'll sell it for 13 or 14 and undercut the market and have a really quick sale. So there's multiple ways to go buy it, but that's awesome. V-neck. Is it an Izod Lacoste, Momo? Is it one of those Izod Lacoste? Oh, shoot. I've seen that one and then grab it. Oh, that right there. That Cricket one, that Cricket brand, you're going to get that. If you're new to reselling, you're going to watch this. You're like, dang it, I've seen that. Dang it. Been there. The last one brand that I can remember that was that way was Roosevelt's. When I figured out what Roosevelt was, I'm like, I've seen that brand so many times and it goes for that much money. I'm an idiot for not picking it up. Hot Wheels says, does North Face sell? Again, it does. Two different types. So you have your type that is just good North Face down jackets that will sell for good money or whatever, and shorts. Then you have your North Face that sell for maybe like the $18 range. If you can get that stuff super cheap, yeah, you can sell it pretty quick if you price it right. But I don't pay up for North Face. I don't pay up for a lot of stuff. It's got to just make sense. And if you're new to reselling, you got to comp it out. You got to get on eBay, find that exact one or one just like it and see how much they actually sell for. And then you can decide if it's worth picking up with the money you have. Been busy listing up to 180 items. Let's go, Teresa. 180 items. Just list. I need to get on your level. I'm a teacher like you were. Just started selling on eBay. Any advice? Rip Squad, right above you, Teresa just gave the best advice. Been busy listing. Just get good items and list them at good prices and just keep doing it over and over again. And just continue to learn what sells. Another thing, bit of advice, if you go in a thrift store and you see something a lot, the same brand over and over and over, then more likely that brand is not going to be something you pick up. Even though you think, oh, that's an expensive brand, it's more likely not a brand. You're going to find, like, the things that we're selling are things that you don't find all the time. Supply and demand, right? This is from 2016. 2016 Ryder Cup. It has this, it's an RLX. So RLX used to, I don't know if they still do, they sponsored, which is Ralph Lauren Sportier line, sponsored the Golf Ryder Cup, which is like US versus Europe. These always sell for me. This sold for full lasting price, $26.99. Didn't even have it listed for a week. Good morning. What's up, Peach Magnolia? Good morning. It has the emblem on the chest. Is that an Izod Lacoste? The Izod Lacoste on the tag will say Izod Lacoste, and that doesn't make it worth any more necessarily or any less. I was just curious. But yeah, Izod Lacoste were together, I guess, at one point back in the day. A lot of like older estate sales, I find that stuff. So here's a retail arbitrage item, a William Murray shirt. Bought this maybe 2 or 3 months ago. William Murray bought this brand new retail arbitrage for $19.99. And I sold it for $37.99. So I'm not making a ton of profit off this, but the other ones I had sold pretty quickly. This one just took a little bit of time to sell. Kind of happy to get rid of it. I don't know if I'd get it again, but I still made money on it. So I'm fine with that, especially if I can buy multiple of the same ones and just list one item. I'm good with that. A lot of brands we think are good probably aren't. Yeah. That's the main thing about reselling. Sell-through rate is key. Yeah, sell-through rate is key. And you know me, Stephanie, I talk often about like creating your own sell-through rate as long as you find an item that people want. So here's an example of what I talk. You can almost create your own sell-through rate. So here's a Vineyard Vines shirt. Right now, let's say these have a 70% sell-through rate. So pretty good sell-through rate, right? At about $20, 70% sell-through rate, about $20. So take you in 90 days, if you price it around $20, you'll probably get it sold. But if you price this at $15, you only bought it for $1 at a garage sale, your sell-through rate is probably going to be 500 or 600% at that price. If you price your items really, really well. So sell-through rate is important because you need to find items that people are buying. And then if you can buy it really cheap and resell it for cheaper, you're going to create an even better sell-through rate. Or you can just hold on to it and wait for that right buyer to come and for how much you want. That's just how I do my business model. Do you find anything to bring Jordan into I don't even know what that means. Stephanie said a lot of brands that we think are good money are probably not. Yep. That was how I first got started. I remember like it was yesterday picking up a whole bunch of J. Crew shorts. And I'm like, J. Crew's good. These are good. These are going to make money. Nope. Mistake. Did not do my research on those. And I was used to knowing comps and how to look up stuff because I sold on eBay for forever with antiques and collectibles. So I'd look up comps all the time. But this is a Vineyard Vine short sleeve shirt, and it does have the hit right here. This sold for $19.99 over on eBay. Let me make sure. I don't think I put a label on that last one. I didn't. So $19.99 for that. Vineyard Vine short sleeve shirts and Polo Ralph Lauren short sleeve button-up shirts or button-down shirts usually sell pretty well for me, right around that $20 mark. So paid $5 for that, sold it for $20. What's up, Amy D? What is up? Okay, started using Auto Posture and Poshmark sales are already on fire. Bethany, let's go. Yes, I'm with you, girl. I'm right there. I never had Poshmark until, well, you must have, but I never had it until I got Auto Posture, and my sales were crazy too. It's no lie. It's no lie. When I got Auto Posture, my problem was, still kind of is, keeping up with listing. Because it's like, man, all this stuff's selling, and all of a sudden it's like, my store's dwindling. It's not a bad thing, but you know. I keep getting low ball offers on Polo Ralph Lauren Performance short sleeves. Yeah, I mean, whatever price you're comfortable with. You hear me and Kway and I talk about Polo Ralph Lauren shirts all the time. They just trickle out. They're not quick sellers unless you list them really cheap, but there's so many out there. As long as you have a good cover photo and you price them like pretty competitively, they'll trickle out along the way. Like I shipped one last night. What's up, Amy D? Thanks for coming in. Love that. Thanks for always sharing your knowledge with us. Sure. This is my favorite way to learn. Me too. I love watching lives and learning. When to post winter items. So if you have a ton of inventory like me, and guys, everything I talk about is always just my system, right? So it doesn't mean it's the right system at all. There's definitely things you guys do different or think like that's wrong, but no problem. I don't care. I'm all for everyone doing their own thing. So I'm just telling you what I do when I come in. So when it comes to winter inventory, since I have so much inventory, winter, spring, fall, summer, I start listing my fall items September 1st, but this year I'm going to start a little sooner. So here in about 2 weeks, I'm going to start listing jeans and flannels in about 2 weeks. But again, if you have it and you have the time to list it, I list everything right when you have it. That's what I would do. But I'm priority first. So if I have all summer stuff and it's summertime, I'm going to list that summer stuff first before I list the jacket. Yes, those jackets can sell, but most of that summer stuff will sell before that jacket. And it's been proof for me for years now. That's just the way it goes. I barely sell any polos in the wintertime. So here are two Cajus polos. I got a couple. These are online arbitrage. So I bought them online and sold them. Bought both of them for $22 a piece. Sold one for $35 and the other one for $35.09. $35.09 and $35. I don't know what the 09's about. I don't know what that's about. But so the guy bought both of these. What does that actually mean? 70% sell-through rate. So what that means is in 90 days, let's say you have 100 items for sale right now. If you go on eBay and they have this polo right here, there's 100 of them for sale. And then you click sold listings and it will show you the last 90 days. And let's say 70 of these have sold in the last 90 days. That's a 70% sell-through rate. So out of 100, 70 of them sold. That's a 70% sell-through rate. So if you find an item that has 550 items listed and 100 items sold, you can calculate the sell-through rate on that. So what you want to really look for is like a 1-to-1 sell-through rate. So let's say there are 100 of these items listed, and then in the last 90 days, 100 of them have sold. That's a good item. That's 100% sell-through. That means if you price them accordingly, yours should sell. If there are 100 of these listed and 500 sold, that's a really good sell-through rate. More than likely, your item's going to sell really quickly. That's what you're looking for. Do you ever watch post or whatever or whatnot lives and buy stuff to resell? Yes. So Stephanie, I do actually have a whole box that is full of whatnot items that I bought off of whatnot recently. So yep, I've sourced off whatnot many times actually. Let me just make sure it's going to the right person. On whatnot, what I look for, well, I end up ruining it for myself because I just get on here and I shout out people. But I look for like people who have good stuff that don't have a lot of people watching their in their stores or things like that. Not in the show, I guess I should say. So maybe like 19, 20 people in a show and they have really good items. So I have a lot of competition. Or I remember last winter, Daily Refinement. If you haven't heard of Daily Refinement, they go 24/7 on whatnot. They sell clothing, and he bought a big truck full of like Travis Mathew and Link Soul. And I remember they ran the same items over and over again. So people were like sick of bidding on the item. I got a whole bunch of Link Soul stuff for super duper cheap, which means I can list it for much cheaper. Not just helping your friends. I know y'all do that, but actually get inventory. Actually, Stephanie, to be honest, I don't do that anymore. When Whatnot first started, I was definitely like, yeah, I'm gonna buy something to help out. But like anymore, I don't do that. I have to go back to it's my money. And what I usually do, which I just saw one of my buddies join in here, who's on Whatnot, Jack. What I'll do is go in and just give a tip. So just give a tip and say something goofy to support somebody. Like even if it's $1 or $2, just to like, hey, I'm here. And you give $1 or $2 tip, it just shows like that you're there. It pops up really big. That's kind of how I support people. But if I find something that I will buy, it's a business at the end of the day, right? I want to buy stuff to resell and make a profit. So yeah. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm hungry. These are delicious. Okay. Next item. Favorite brand, Polo Ralph Lauren. It has the flags across the chest. Just a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt with a nice little thing on the chest, which helps the value. If it didn't have that, I wouldn't have picked it up. Sold for $23.99. If it didn't have those flags, I would not have bought it. Thanks for the morning videos. Yeah, Looney, thanks for always popping in and saying hi. Appreciate it. Always coming in and say hi. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have not been chatting with YouTube and Facebook. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry, YouTube and Facebook. I feel bad. I feel bad. I'm going to pack this up and I'm coming over there and talking to you. I am so sorry. That's what happens when you take time off and all that. And it wasn't, I had to take the time off with the kids and stuff as far as lives. All right, so that went out. $24 for that Polo Ralph Lauren. Let's get over to Facebook and YouTube. Good morning, Sandy. Thanks for coming in. Bobby, good morning. Jen, where have I been? Kids and dog Monday mornings and all that sort of stuff. Just been really busy with everyone home from school. My wife's a teacher, so she's home, all that stuff. And last week, she was in school a lot. Teachers don't just work. If you guys don't know that, like my wife, first day back with kids is today. She's been at work the last week and a half working. What's up, Wayne? Angela, I'm just starting. Best advice to get more views on eBay. I maybe promote your item or again, have a really good thumbnail picture and also list really good items at a good price. Caleb sells. What's up? Caleb is in the house, probably thrifting. It is a Monday morning. I know what he does Monday mornings and he's thrifting. So he's going to come in through our lives and tell us what he got. Do larger sizes sell better? Do larger sizes sell better? Yes, in good brands and decent brands. Larger sizes will help sell a brand for a little bit more, or sell your item for a little bit more. Polo Ralph Lauren's a great example. That polo shirt, let's say it's an XL, it sold for $23.99. If that was like a 3 extra large, it would have sold for $30. So it would have upped the price a little bit. Amy, what brands? What happened to Depop? Caleb, I can talk about that again here in a second. I found another suit supply jacket, but while I was looking in the suit jacket, someone had put a Brooks Brother duck down puffer in the mix, so I grabbed it for $14.99. Dang. See, a good brand, goose down, perfect. Brooks Brother. That's probably like an $80 or $90, depending on what it is. It could be even more. Jacket. Having an issue with an order on Facebook Marketplace won't let me create a label. Have escalated support and they are slow. I don't know anything about Facebook Marketplace. I only sell local over there. Are John Nordstrom blazers a pickup? I left 100% cashmere Loro Piana. I see you pick them up sometimes when I looked at the sale. Was it there? Maybe I looked it up wrong. So that's going to be more of a winter fall item anyway. So the sell-through rate and the comps and stuff, you're going to be looking at spring and summer. But yes, 100% cashmere Loro Piana Nordstrom blazers. I do pick those up. Those don't sell for near as much as some others. They sell for around maybe 70 to 90, depending on size and condition and color. But I do pick those up. I pay $7.99. Yuluni, I'm going to come to you. Question, I sent a pair of expensive shoes to a customer after a few days. The person filed a payment dispute and didn't sign for the shoes. How long do you wait to have UPS send them back to you? They can file a complaint, but I don't do anything until USPS gets them back to me. I don't know. It's all in their hands, so I don't know how long, but I wonder why they refused the pair, didn't sign for it. And that's going to be on them. That's going to be on them. The shipping on going to them, that's going to be on them. You need to deduct that from their shipping. Do you ever travel or buy stuff at Goodwills in areas like Naples? I was in Naples about 5 times a year for about 10 years of my life. And I loved Naples. The thrifting down there was great. But yeah, I love traveling and thrifting. Do you ever watch I like shows from pallet sellers because the reason too. Lots of multiples. Yes. Like Out There Flipping. I bought it wasn't a pallet, they like bought out all these chubby shirts and they just kept running them. I think I bought them like $2 a piece is what they ended up coming out. $2 or $3 a piece, something like that. What up, Josh? Do you help grade papers? I hope so. No, Tracy, absolutely not. Never. Even when I was a teacher, I would not help grade papers. That is your job. Do you want me to grade? You guys know my spelling. Have you ever seen my spelling? Like, you don't want me to grade 5th grade papers. More likely they're right and I'm wrong. Good luck in the thrift this week. Thanks, Dark. I had a customer get mad because of the price was wrote in the bottom of the shoes and she paid more. I can't get the writing off from the thrifts. I've never had someone upset. So, for example, these say 19 on the bottom. This is how our thrift store does it. They'll put a number like that, and then they'll put like a B or BR for brown or a G for green, the color of the week, so they know. But that's how they do it. I never take it off the bottom, and I've never had a complaint. Again, you probably weren't here earlier, but people, if you leave a tag on or whatever, people just get upset because you paid less. But that's part of it. Like, you're the one sourcing for those people. You're putting in the legwork, right? That's just part of it. But yeah, I don't take the numbers out the bottom of my shoes. I mean, if you really want to and you're having a lot of trouble, what Ethan does, Ethan sells shoes full time. He'll take a Sharpie and just make that 19 into a little circle or a little square. So he'll just take that Sharpie and he'll just make it into a little circle or square. So on the bottom of the shoe, it's just a little Sharpie circle or square. So they can't see the number. He does that with a lot of shoes. Good morning. How many sales over the weekend? What's up, Jennifer? 45 sales over the weekend. That's Friday night into today, excluding Mercari and Poshmark today. I didn't check those yet. There's lots of different ways to get it off the bottom. You can even just go to YouTube and type in, how do you get permanent marker off of shoes? I'm sure there's something that'll pop up. Have you ever done a house tour? The room with those neat vintage picture looks awesome. I haven't done a house tour yet. I should, though. I love antiques. I just bought a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of it. Whole bunch of military stuff, really cool stuff. What happened to Depop, please? I will talk about it. I gotta respect the eBay people or Facebook and YouTube. I didn't even pay attention. I'm in Indiana. 18 sales in 2 days. Thanks to Auto Posture. Let's go. Thanks for finding and recommending it. For sure, Sophia. I'm never, ever, ever going to recommend anything that I wouldn't use myself or don't recommend. Ever, ever, ever. So just know that. Just know that. I would never do that. Goodwill's off the hook. I pick up flame resistant clothing, which is usually priced like regular clothing at my Goodwill. I went to a Goodwill in Oil County here in Texas, Stain Gross FR jeans for $30. That is crazy. In poor condition FR shirts were $15 and they smelled like oil field. What a ripoff. Yeah, that sucks, Amy. That sucks. It sucks when an item that you used to pick up they're asking more, because then you're just going to have to just block it out of your mind. Just know that you're not going to be picking that item up anymore. I totally skipped out on 2 poncho shirts. They look so plain. I had no idea what they are until this weekend when I saw a reseller talking about them. Now I know. Yes, Poncho is a really good brand. It says Poncho on it. I have one that I have not listed. The pictures are on my phone. I bought a few PGA golf polos and nobody even looking at them. Lesson learned. Any suggestions to sell them? PGA golf or PGA Tour golf polos are not a pickup for me. I don't even pick those up at $1. They're just really not great sellers at all. How often do I source at estate sales? Not very often. I have the estatesale.net. It's a really good app you guys should get. No affiliate. Just get that app and then put your area. You can put like a 25 mile, 100 mile, and you can see what all estate sales are in those areas. But I do like them. If there's one that is near me and works out with my time and like my kids and everything, I'll definitely go hit it up. I love estate sales. Yeah, start going to estate sales. First time picking up Public Rec everyday pants. Sold within 24 hours. Yep, Public Rec is good for sure. Good morning, Auto Posture, where it's at. Again, say Auto Posture left and right over here this morning. Good morning, Shipping Brad. What's up, K-Flow? I want a brand new Kate Spade purse on Daily Refinement yesterday. There you go. So Daily Refinement on Whatnot won a brand new purse. My wife was in one of those big shoe with like 500 people in it and won a pair of Jordans on there. It was really crazy. What up, Jared? We still love you, Judith. Yeah, I'm sorry. I missed you. Ignoring you guys. I know. Good morning, C. Rich. What's your favorite day to thrift? I like thrifting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. If you can get out during the middle of the day is when I like it. But even at night, it's just whenever they put out new clothing. All stores are different. So whenever they put out new clothing, that's kind of like when I like to go. I just, like our weekends, I don't like to thrift as much. They put some stuff out, but it's mostly like clean up, check people out, all that sort of stuff at our thrift stores. Just found out Keiju's actually pronounced swoosh or shush. Okay. Keiju's is pronounced shush, John Mazda. I'm still going to call it Jeju, so you know that. Is there a platform that you can cross-list from on Facebook Marketplace? Yes, I think Vindu might do it. I think. Guys, what's a platform you can cross-list with Facebook Marketplace? Auto Posture doesn't have it. Might be Vindu or might be, I don't know if List Perfectly does it, but one of them. List Perfectly does it. So List Perfectly has it. So if you want a cross-lister with Facebook Marketplace, List Perfectly has that. Vindu does too. So Vindu, both of those are 2 to look up. What you can do is go to eBay or go to YouTube and do Vindu versus List Perfectly. I've watched that before, and you can see all the different things they have. Gugon works on those. Okay. Shipper Brad, hi. What's up, Kate? Shipper Brad was not paying attention. My bad. Is that polo new or used? I'm sorry, I already shipped it. I already forget. New to Poshmark, what do you do when someone makes a bundle? You can give an offer to that person if they make a bundle. Like during the day, like people bundle stuff together. You can make an offer to those people who make a bundle. But a lot of times they'll make an offer to you with the bundle. I found a Coogee sweater at the garage sale for $5. I was headed to buy it because it had 2 small stains. Nope. Anyone have a good stain removal tip? You buy it anyways. NL, if it's a crazy Coogee, if you think it's like over $100 Coogee, $200, $300 Coogee, what I would do, I would take it to the dry cleaner. I would take it to the dry cleaner, let them do it, tell them about the spots, let them do it for $8, $10, whatever it is. That's just what you'll have to invest in it and have that done. That's what I would do. I actually did that with this yellow Coogee right down here. I took it to the dry cleaner. Can you use auto posture for 3 eBay accounts? Same pricing. Do I need a store combined to get them to auto posture? Chris, I feel like you can only use one store on eBay with auto posture. Pretty sure about that one. Morning, just joining. Got to keep searching. Goodwill yesterday. Lululemon men's pants. They were asking $20 each. Had to leave. Yep, not worth it. Take them. But then you can get that public rec, which we just talked about, right? Audra knows. Audra knows. Been new and flipped. Okay, there you go. Rubbing alcohol to remove Sharpie. There you go. Rubbing alcohol can remove Sharpie off of shoes. List perfectly. Okay, we're back. If you color over it with dry erase marker, then erase it all. Usually works. Found an $1,100 gold chain yesterday of a pair of board shorts. What have you found? Oh my gosh. I found money in pockets, but nothing like $1,100 anything. Anyone having an error with auto posture the last couple of days? I haven't. I've been using it the last couple of days. Really good stain remover tip. A thrifter, equal parts hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. Equal parts hydrogen peroxide and baking soda for a stain remover. And Dawn dish soap. It's so many types of stains out. Okay, so there you go. There's a reseller telling you a way to get the stains out. It's a Pacific blue colorway. Ooh, a lot of times they have the Coogee blues, like the tags say Coogee blue. Coogee blues. I think it says Coogee blues. I found one before, the Coogee blues. Okay, next item. Lulu Ray talked about this in her what sold yesterday, maybe. But Buttercloth, I like picking up this brand, especially in like white. You guys know, but Buttercloth is a good brand to be on the lookout for. Usually sells pretty quickly for me. It's buttery soft, just like it says. Sold for $21.59, auto pusher sale. So someone took the offer. They liked it or they watched it, and auto pusher sent out an offer. Just emailed them. They get back to you really quickly. There you go. Just email them. They get back to you really quickly. Yeah, auto posture. Yeah, email auto posture. Get back to them. So whatever troubles you're having with auto posture, just email them. And they'll get back to you within like the same day. It'll say within 24 hours, but usually it's in like an hour or two. Best way to get sweat stains out of hats. You're asking the wrong person. Caleb, are you still in here? Because Caleb did follow Caleb Sells on YouTube, and I think he did a video on that, actually. I want to make sure this is going to the right person. Matthew, it is. All right, next item. Patagonia shorts. These were retail arbitrage. I've had these listed since probably March. Patagonia, new with tags, retail arbitrage. I bought these for, I don't know, I took the sticker off, but I think right around $10. Sold them for $26.99. $26.99. Yes, I know you're like, Patagonia new with tags. It's because they made a ton of these and they were all over the country for clearance. So, good morning, Glenn. Caleb has a very good video for cleaning hats. There you go, Sophia. Okay, so he does. So Caleb Sells on YouTube has a video about selling hats. So go over there and watch that one. I found a $30 Amazon gift card in a little boy blazer. What's that little boy doing with the gift card? That's nice, though. That's good. Just sold public rec new with tags. Let's go, Momo. That's good money. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get any better when you buy something and come home and find money in it or a gift card. I mean, shoot. I've done it a lot. Especially in blazers. Dawn Spray and put the washing machine for the hats. There you go. Dawn Spray washing machine for hats. Good morning, retired and reselling over there being retired. So yeah, my favorite and this isn't hats. It's shoes. I have two types of shoe cleaners. I have Grandma Sneaker Cleaner and I have the Dawn Power Spray. And I am a Dawn Power Spray guy. I know Ethan he's a Grandma Sneaker Cleaner guy. I love the Dawn Power Spray because I just let it sit and it literally just like takes stuff off. So this is a Polo Ralph Lauren 3XLT long sleeve polo shirt. This sold for $19.79. Isn't that Taylor Swift? No, that's my sister's year she was born. 1979. Taylor Swift's 1989. This sold auto posture sale. Someone got an offer. Yo, what's up, Jack Thrifts? Jack Thrifts over on YouTube. Jack Thrifts over on YouTube. If you like vintage stuff, I'm gonna shout him out too. You guys know I shout out anyone that I watch that. It's good stuff. Jack Thrifts, really good guy. Sells. He just put out a video on Depop, like how to sell on Depop, like the best way to get the best sales on Depop. Follow him on YouTube. It's Jack Thrifts on YouTube. He does a lot of vintage stuff, and he does. He talks about selling on Depop, and he sells a lot on Whatnot as well. So a lot on both those platforms. Found Pokemon Kirby DS game hidden in a DS carrier case. Let's go. Yes, Stephanie, you guys, if you find those DS or any Nintendo color, whatever carrying cases, look inside of them, because I hear people all the time looking inside and finding Pokemon games or whatever. Is Peter Millar Crown Sport active shorts a pickup? I took a chance. Yes, for me they are. If they're $5 or something, for sure, definitely a venture on you. Definitely. I love public rep pants. Out there for 44 is too much. Haven't gotten any hits. You might need to drop the price, but also it's not pants season. It's going to be pants season too. So just know that. 44, a lot of auto posture sales. This sold for $40.49. I had these listed for $44.99. So I also dropped my up my auto posture eBay offers to 10%. So I upped my auto posture eBay offers to 10%. They were at 5%. But this is an IB Cool. I definitely look for this brand. This is new with tags, but even if it's used, I bought these for $22 new. And this sold for $20.49. Like I said. Search the GOAT. No, get out of here, Jack. You're the GOAT. Resale stuff. Follow him on IG too. It's crazy. Every time he goes to a thrift store, he gets like literally every time. It's like he gets a Jinko shirt or he gets some crazy vintage t-shirt at the Goodwills that I go to. Do you pay for authentication of vintage? I found a Burberry blazer, and it's unique, so I can't find anything like it. I don't when it comes to items like that. I don't pay for any authentication service. I honestly, vintage Burberry blazers, unless it's something that's just absolutely crazy, which I haven't seen, I don't pick them up very often. I'm just being honest. Just because they haven't done real well for me, the vintage Burberry stuff. But if it has like Nova checks all over it or something, it's crazy. But it's going to probably be authentic. I mean, you could probably tell right away the way it's stitched, the way the Burberry is stitched in, the actual tag. You should be able to know pretty quickly. At least find something in that era that looks the same and just look at the stitching of the tags and stuff, and that should tell you, give you an idea. Do you pay for I just read that. What am I doing? Jack, a local guy? Yeah, Jack lives near me in the Indianapolis area. So he lives probably 30 minutes away from me, but in the Indianapolis area. I see Stafford jackets all the time. Are there versions to look for? The only Stafford jackets I pick up are the Harris Tweed. So they will have Stafford on one side, and then they'll have Harris Tweed on the other, and they're very thick tweed wool blazer. So very thick tweed wool blazer, and I don't find them very much. I find not even a handful, maybe a year of Stafford Harris Tweed. Those are the only Stafford I pick up. The Harris Tweed kind. Bad Birdie Retail Arbitrage, another one. $29.69, another auto posture sale. So we're just getting into auto posture frenzy over here. Bad Birdie, this sold for $29.69. I paid, I think, right around $10 or $11 for these. Nice color. Thanks. Are you talking about my shirt and my tan or something else? What's your best flip profit item on one? Listen, Jenny, I've sold really expensive items in the past. Really expensive items. If you want to talk about clothing, it's probably like a $400 or $500 flip type of deal. K-Way, I remember when I first got on K-Way, I didn't even realize it was a big deal. But probably like 2017 or 16, I found a pair of Nike Yeezys in the thrift store. And they were authentic, and I sold those. Good detective activity during your live. Please the freaking. What's the verification? What is the TikTok saying? We're going to end your live. We need to make sure you're authentic. There we go. Trying to connect to the internet. My bad, guys. We'll get it going. I see Stafford jackets all the time. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate your time in the videos. You're welcome, Leah Looney. Why isn't this refresh? Okay, there we go. This puzzle piece thing. They're just saying, like, you've been on too long. That was Icebreaker brand. No. Bad Birdie, Ivy Cool. Those were the last two things I sold. Icebreaker is a really good brand, too. Did you find nice Burberry men's blazers at the bins? Wool. So let's see. Did you find? No, I don't know if I've ever found Burberry. I don't go to the bins very often. I like finding Burberry gold button blazers. Those are my go-to with Burberry. What do you list the Stafford Harris tweed for? I would have to look up comps, usually around $60. But those are fall and winter items. So if you look up comps now, they're not going to be very accurate because those are the last 90 days. And I don't know about where you live, but where I live, it's been 90 degrees. People aren't wearing those and buying them. For the most part, there's always going to be someone who says, oh, someone buying those. I know. But for the most part, people aren't buying that stuff. Candy LR, what's up? Good morning to you. Finish the Yeezy story. How much? They sold for like $7. I put them on auction on eBay, and they sold for like $700, something like that. People probably thought they weren't authentic or something, but I didn't get it returned or anything like that. These are On Cloud shoes. On Cloud. Paid $19 for these, so I did pay up. I sold them for $60. So I paid $20 to sell for $60. I'll do that every time, all the time. A squirrel search. You were telling us about the Yeezys. Yes, I squirtled. Squirrel. So yeah, those I found at Salvation Army when our Salvation Armies were good. So the way our Salvation Armies were, when I taught before the pandemic, when I first started reselling clothing, they took everything they would get in and they would just put it on the floor, whatever it was. And the Salvation Army I'd go to was in a really old money part of Indianapolis. And so I would find really good stuff. I'd find really vintage stuff, and I'd find really good new stuff. It was like every time I walked out of there, it would be minimum $400 profit. And then they closed that. Then COVID hit, and they closed that Salvation Army down. So, but yeah, that was my best probably shoe in my clothing reselling time. I bought paintings for a few $1,000s. I've sold a painting for $40,000. I told the story of a painting my dad had that he paid $1,000 for and sold for over $200,000 in Singapore. We sent that over there. So I've sold a lot of expensive stuff. I bought a book collection one time for like $3,500, and that all ended up being about $25,000 after it was all said and done. Lots of watches, stuff like that. So I've flipped a lot of stuff over time. So I still have people calling me. In fact, I have someone right now that has a Addams Family pinball machine that they want to get rid of, along with a lot of other stuff. And those sell for really good money. But I just don't have space. I don't know how I'd sell that. I'd have to get it, put it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, local pickup, something like that. So stop it. I didn't know the first thing about your paintings. Yeah, so I'm like my paintings, I don't just buy a painting at the store. It has to be something special. I don't just go to the store, and they're all original. But yeah, like, so the paintings up there, if you watch one of my videos from a long time ago, is very, very, it was good and bad. It's called like my best worst sale. It's a short. So I had a painting I got from an estate sale. I don't remember what I bought for. It's like nothing. I have a picture of it actually. Art. So here's some of the paintings I've had and sold or currently have and sell. So some of those paintings, but I'll show you the one that it's not even in there. Favorites, maybe. Here it is. So I got this painting from an estate sale. This painting right here, an estate sale. And you can't see it very well on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, but there's a big dot on the front of the head. So it's had a lot of aging, which is fine. You can get this. My guy who preserves paintings, he'll take off all the varnish and varnish it. It'd probably be like $1,200 or $1,400 to have this restored. 2000 max. But I took it to him, and he's like knows a lot about art, and we couldn't figure anything out. He's like, all right, that's probably like 19 or 1820s, right around 1820, but there's no artist signature. We took it under black light. We couldn't find anything, no artist signature on this painting. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll just put it on eBay for a high price and see what people do. Had it on for $10,000, and someone bought it like within a couple days. $10,000 for this. Again, when I say I don't know how much I paid, that means I paid like less than $50. $10,000 for this painting. That was in like 2000 or 2001. And then about 2022 or 2023, I sell another piece of artwork to an art collector in Tennessee. And I was telling him about, oh yeah, I sold this. This was part of the same collection of the piece you bought. And he Google Lensed it. And that same, that one right there, that painting, someone got it, restored it, and sent it to Sotheby's. It sold for $150,000. So this painting that I sold for $10,000 ended up selling for $150,000. Why? Because it was the first predominant African-American artist who did portraits. So he would do portraits for people, first African-American artist who did portraits. And that's how that sale went. So yeah, geez. Do I ever pick up FootJoy shoes in good condition? Yeah, I do. A $25,000 book collection. Good Lord. Yeah, they were all like first edition. So someone collect books. My dad did estate sale. So when he did estate sales, you would have all sorts of, mostly people who passed away that had collections of things. And, you know, I would be the first one to have an opportunity to buy stuff. What platform do I think is best for expensive paintings? Paintings are really not a great place to put on eBay or anywhere, to be honest. You need to go like on Google and look up the artist. And then a lot of times you'll find like places that buy that artwork, galleries or whatever that will buy that artwork, buy that artist. And those are who you want to talk to. You can like put it with commission with them, or you can just sell it to them a lot of times. On Clouds 20 into 60. This store again. Holy smokes. Look, Felix, this store again. They asked. I have a few summer things left. I'm hitting the winter closet. Start getting the coats. Yep. Start listing them sweaters and coats, Momo. Get it. Yeah. You have no use for extra $40,000, $140,000. Shut up, Felix. Now let me look at paintings. Now listen, guys. Again, paintings. You talk about a needle in a haystack. I mean, the hundreds of estate sales that I've been a part of, helped clean out, helped do over the years. That's how I got started. Like very, 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 very rarely do you find a painting that's worth $1,000. So to find something like that, absolutely once in a lifetime type of deal. So I mean, if they were everywhere, then they wouldn't be going for that much money. All right, next item. Need my phone back. So when I talk about expensive items, I've sold expensive items before. This is a pair of Lululemon. But again, I'm not like, I've sold expensive stuff. You think that I'm only going to sell expensive stuff? No, I've got to make money. I got to go where the market takes me. And right now I can find more clothing than anything else. So that's why I'm selling. It's nickel and diming. And that's just how I do it now. So these are Lululemon, like, hybrid shorts. I guess they're like swim trunks, but you can also wear them out. I sold them for $24.99. I bought them for $3.99. Actually, I think I bought these for more. I bought these in Florida when I was with K-Way and Ethan. That's why no signature, I'm guessing. Yes. So the reason I couldn't find a signature. If you can't find a signature on a painting, it's very, very hard to link it to an artist. It's really, really hard unless you have provenance with it. Unless you have someone that says, I bought this from, and here's the auction paper, and they have the auction paper printed out, and it says who the artist is, and then it was in a book published at one time. It's really hard to link a painting if it's not signed to an artist. A lot of times it's not even worth the money to try. This is a Untuck It 2XL slim fit shirt. Untuck It 2XL Slim Fit, just a cotton shirt. It sold for $23.99. Bought it for $5. Good morning, Casey. What's up? What about jewelry? Any crazy finds? Yes. So I never bought jewelry because that's my dad's forte. What's up? What's up, Vineyard? My dad is his favorite thing has always been jewelry. And he's in my latest YouTube video, guys, by the way. I put out a YouTube video with him. He's actually coming over today in a little bit to watch Audra Hepburn, maybe. It's on YouTube, like the Lost Tapes. My dad's still the guy calling like, hey, can you VHS record this? That's where we're at. So he's coming over today to watch that. But he was the jewelry guy. So I never really got the jewelry. I got the watches. I've always loved watches. In fact, I collect watches. But watches were always things I would buy and sell. And I was still buy and sell them, but now I mostly I will buy and sell if I find them. But I just bought a watch recently off of actually a follower let me buy a watch off them, and it's going to stay permanent in my collection. It's a really, really cool watch. So, we're just talking Eamon at your eBay page. Love how you do your first pick. Really stands out. Yes, Casey, I preach that all the time. My pictures are not the best. You want to go look at good pictures? Like go look at, again, I don't look at stores, but I know K-Way because he's on live. Go look at K-Way's pictures. His pictures are way better than mine. But I think a good first picture makes the sale. So these are upstairs, shoot. But this is a pair of shoes that I just sold for $225. And that's my first picture. I think that's a decent looking picture. But yeah, the first picture is very, very important. Very, very important. A lot of times, sometimes I'll even do a first picture with not even the full picture of the shirt or anything. It'll just be like the hit point. Like it might just be the Polo logo and then around it what the colors are and stuff. Give a person the idea. Flippin' Nurse, what's up? There he is, King of Marshalls. No, I'm not. You are. I saw your thing with you had all the tags in your trash can. You're the King of Marshalls. I didn't buy. I spent like $300 or $400. K-Way's the King of Marshalls. Ask him today how much he spent. This was fantastic in sales for me. 20 sales, which is insane. Autumn, let's go. I love hearing about that. So sales are still, there are still people buying out there, guy. Does your dad still do estate sales? No. So he's 79. We had to like tell people he can't do them anymore because he would just sit. It's a lot of work to do an estate sale. You got to get everything out. You have to price everything. It's a ton of work. Like there's sweat in it. But yeah, so he doesn't do them anymore, but we still get phone calls. I still get people who call me like, hey, I know your dad used to sell stuff. Do you still sell stuff? And I always talk to him about like what I would do, what I do. I don't do commission really anymore. I just buy stuff. That's why I tell people. What shoes I sell for $225? We'll get to them. We'll get to them. What brands are hot right now? What's up, Brownie? Go to my eBay store. Go to surfstopfinds.com. Click on my eBay store. Look at my sold listings. And that's what's selling right now. I could sit here for 20 minutes to talk about hot brands. K-Way back on TikTok? Not yet. Or no, he's not on TikTok. He's on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. He goes live still all the time. My sales just started picking up. I got 5 sales this weekend and keep my inventory over 185. And Venture, we were just talking like a month ago, like sales have been slow. This is the best weekend I've had since June. Best weekend I've had since June. Just really good, expensive, good sales too. This jacket is a Wimbledon jacket. Really unique. Older. You can tell going down the aisle that this is just kind of starchy and crunchy. But it was, it has this Wimbledon racket club thing on there. And then it had this big Wimbledon patch. I'm like, you know what? It's green. Blazer. A lot of times these are Masters looking. But this one was a Wimbledon, which is a tennis event in the UK. Had to have it. $7.99. I sold it for $70. So again, just a random one-off type of deal. $70. This is going out padded flat rate. You saw how I roll my item, my blazers. All the buttons are on the inside, and then I put them in a padded flat rate envelope. That's very true. The first picture is what brings the customer. Yep, for sure. All about first picture is so important. A lot of times, I don't even put a picture of the back of my shirt or the side. Like a lot of my pictures, I have like 4 or 5 pictures. So why don't you do estate sales, see, Rich? It's so much work. I got to see it firsthand for growing up and into my adulthood, it's too much work for the money. It's too much for me. It's too much work for the money. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather go and buy stuff. So that is that. Me too. Good sales. Flipping Nurse had good sales. Good. Thank you. Love your channel. Been learning a lot from you. Appreciate you, Brown. Yeah, for sure. That's why I'm here, giving you all these brands to talk about. That Wimbledon thing's a little obscure. Probably not going to find that. These shoes were part of that big buyout I did with that guy who had a whole bunch of shoes and Ralph Lauren double RL stuff and everything. It just took a while for them to sell. They're called J.M. Weston shoes. J.M. Weston. They sold for $225. I mean, I don't care if you see the buyer because you can see that, but $225 for these J.M. Weston. They're just penny loafers. They're very lightweight. Nothing special about them, but this guy just bought the best of the best. So I have to make sure this goes to the side so I can give that later to him. Yes, my sales volume is up for less money. Sales volume's up, but for less money. Yeah, that's kind of summer is. Let's see. I sell clothing, shoes, hats, bobbleheads, collectibles, books, parts, everything. Do I cross-post all? Yes. Casey, I'm going to tell you yes. Why? Because I'm good friends with the Bearded Thrifter, and he sells everything. And he cross-lists everything, and I watch him when we're together, staying the night together. He sells stuff on Mercari and Poshmark that are hard goods and plush and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, cross-list all of it. Maybe not on Depop, but the others. Sorry, I'm eating. I got to eat. All my sales this past weekend have been shorts and jackets. That's weird. That's a different. Hey, but we're selling. Right now, between now and September, if you're new to reselling, this is the time you're going to get a very mixed bag of clothing and items. You're going to be selling spring, summer, and winter, fall. This is a Cubs jersey. I've had this listed for a while. Bought it for $5. Must have just been an older player. It's stitched. Sold for $18. So whatever. Again, the key to this is whenever you buy sports team stuff, if that player wasn't a legend on that team, that stuff's not going to sell for a lot of money unless they currently play for that team. So, for example, Paul George is an NBA basketball player. He played here with the Pacers for 6 years or something like that. And his jerseys would go for good money. But as soon as he left, he was dead to the Pacers. So everyone donated his jerseys. So no one picks those up. No one buys those. So it's kind of important to know who's playing. When you find a jersey or whatever, you need to look at that player and that team. Sorry if you just see this, but what do you box your shoe? Oh, my shoe boxes? They're free. Shoe boxes. I can talk about Depop. I'll tell you guys again. So these are on USPS.com. There's two things I have shipped. Actually, I have everything now shipped to my house, UPS.com. But these are mailing box. Do they say what they are on there? Yeah, it says shoebox. So if you go to USPS.com, it will actually say shoebox on there. You can have these shipped to your house for free. They don't cost any money. You just have to be a good person and use them for what they're intended to be used for. It doesn't have to be shoes, just used to ship priority items, not like packing stuff to move. And this is a priority flat rate envelope, padded flat rate envelope. I like these a lot. So yeah, Depop, I got kicked off of Depop. So I'm no longer selling on Depop anymore, guys, if you're just now joining. I used to do estate sales also. Now I just shop them. Oh, you used to do them, and now you just shop them. Lots of work. Most of the time I sold the best items, never purchased myself. Yeah, so estate sales are a ton of work. Thinking about going in a house and that someone's been there for 80 years, you have to clean all of this stuff out, lay it all out, price it all. It gets a lot. Had $400 in sales in 7 days. Have you ever sold Christian audiobooks? I looked up a church garage sale and picked up 25 sets. I haven't. I have not done that. There's a market for everything, though. Market for everything. Yeah, buddy. What's up, Lindy? Do you use those boxes for eBay? Yes. So Becky, all these sales right now are all eBay sales. Yes, I use that for eBay. So what I do those shoes priority. You don't do them in a priority shoe box. I just do priority. I put the dimensions and the weight. Most of the time, 2 pounds. And then I do the dimensions of the box. I do like 17 by 8 by 6, something like that. I got to get out of this app because it's like flickering on me. It's time for a new phone, by the way. This fall when the new iPhone comes out. Going down to where we left off. Okay. Next item is your fall item. So we're starting to get into it. Orvis sweater. So an Orvis 100% wool sweater. I don't buy all of these, but if these particular sweaters, they have the little leather zipper and the leather quarter zip, if they're in good condition, I always pick these up. And they even come in vests. You'll see this is kind of what they look like on the inside. If these are in good condition, I always pick these up. It sold for $27.99. I paid $5 for it. Yeah, dang it. Fly. Depop story. Okay. Do I ship all items in priority? No. So this is not priority. Anything you see me putting in one of these is ground advantage. Priority eBay. I've only shipped, I think, 2 things or 3 things so far in priority out of all the things we've packed so far. Okay, Depop story. Depop story is I had a few, like 3 people say they didn't get their item. And so when I got that message from Depop, like on eBay, I just put, they're like, how do you respond? I put item was shipped and should be tracking or whatever. I put item was shipped and should be tracking because like all my items, they ship and they get there and they track and everything else. And out of the blue, I got an email saying you've been permanently deleted or permanently suspended off of Depop because you broke rules. With those 3 cases, you didn't, or those items never got to the person and we had to refund the person and that breaks our policies. So they kicked me off and I messaged them back a couple times and they said, don't try to message back because we won't let you back on. I did message back 4 times and talked to someone 4 different times, a couple different people. And they wouldn't let me back on. I'm like, I sell stuff every day. Like nothing is ever, I put in there, it's gone. It should be tracking all that sort of stuff. It automatically gets scanned at the post office. I truly believe, I feel like, and I was saying this earlier, this is my experience with Depop. I would have sales on Depop. You get a ton of offers with crickets. You get a ton of people buying things and not paying. Ton of offers when you accept it and people not paying. And then I just dealt with that. So my perception is that you have a whole bunch of people that don't respect sellers as far as they don't respect their time. They don't follow through with their actions as far as buying something. So I'm fine with being done with Depop. I feel like someone, I don't want to say like I got scammed, but I definitely sent my items. I'm sure people said like they didn't get it. There's probably a way that I should have done, obviously. I just thought I was doing the right thing, and Depop won't even let me get back on there. So I'm kicked off Depop. I could probably make a whole new account and do it again, which would be fine because I have Autopostale cross-listed over. But I'm actually fine not doing Depop because I just got tired of all the shenanigans. Yeah, probably scammers. I 100% agree. Honestly, I think Depop, there's definitely a price. I think most of the people on Depop are probably like 18 or however old you have to be, 16, 18 to like 20 something. And that's what you get. Like, ooh, I want that shirt. You get it. Oh, I don't have the money for that shirt, so I'm not going to actually follow through with it. I'm going to see if I can get out of this. So that's what's going on with Depop. It's bad when the company doesn't respect the seller. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The company doesn't respect the seller. I'm fine. And I'm not losing sleep over it. I didn't get heated up. I mean, I was upset because I'm a big person. Like, lying is big to me. Lying, like, the biggest thing in my life that makes me most upset is lying. And so when someone says, like, I'm lying or something, that really affects me because I don't do that. And so that affected me a little bit. But other than that, I didn't really stress out about it. Thanks for your information. You're welcome. Have a great day. See you, Wind. Appreciate you. Yeah, use Depop shipping. I use Depop shipping. I print out their labels and did everything through Depop. I didn't go pirate ship, nothing like that. So whatever. Same with Jamble app. Young kids. Yep. Hey, buddy, what's up, little Denny? Are most of your sales negotiated prices, or do you get price you ask for? I would say most of them are negotiated now. I would say most of them are best offer, and people take it. So eBay for the win. Yeah, eBay, Poshmark for the win. Mercari. I don't get a ton of sales on Mercari, but I'll get it. These are new to me. About less than a year ago, I found these. This brand. I sold a few pair. I just listed this pair recently because I had it out. Even though I don't list jeans right now, I just listed them because I had them out, and they sold really quickly. So these are the Perfect Jeans NYC. The Perfect Jean NYC, and they have this little embroidery, this little stitching on the back pocket that I look out for too. It just says it's really small. It's really small, but I look for these. These sell pretty quickly for me. So they're just a good, quick, solid seller when I list them. $27.99. I pay $7.99 for them. I like selling these. So this is a jean that I pick up. And again, here in a couple weeks now, I'm going to start listing all my jeans and all my flannels. So that's everything I'll be listing. What's up, DC Flips? What are the odds that 3 would get lost? I know. That's what bothers me. Why wouldn't Depop like can I have a second chance? Like I've sold forever on different platforms. What? Okay. I mean, that's probably just a sign that it's just not meant for me, and it is what it is. That again, if I wanted to, I could create a new account probably and all that sort of stuff, but not sweating it. I don't want to deal with people like that anyway, so I don't want to deal with a whole bunch. I got tired of dealing with all the comment or the people that didn't pay too. Got tired of that. I know there are a lot of teenagers on there, so that could be that. My daughter's friend is selling a lot on there. Yeah. They now let 13-year-olds sell. They're very responsible. I can tell you because I taught. Not. I'll consider it a warning. Thank you for telling the story. Yeah, consider it a warning, guys. So do what you got to do if you ever get that complaint. Like, reach out to them and say, like, what do I do? I know someone that got kicked off because they didn't do the right thing. So what I need to do if someone said I didn't get it because I shipped it. Do you still think Marmot is good? Yes, I actually sold a Marmot shirt, but yeah, Marmot jackets are good. They're still good. I don't buy a lot of Marmot, but yeah, I still get some. Yeah, the young people probably moved on. Thanks for your information. Just getting into clothing. Have a great day. All right, next item. I just picked this up not long ago. I might have did a little video. Might have been in a Chicago. I don't know. But I know I talked about this. Puro Lino. I think it was in a YouTube video I did. Puro Lino. This is just a cotton shirt with a band collar. I believe I put band collar on this. And this sold for $32.99. And I swear it sold in a day. Everyone should consider it a warning. Brad probably literally has a video proof that the item was packed and shipped. Oh, that's true. I do have video proof that I packed it and shipped it. But me knowing like time's money, I'm not even going to try to dispute it. Be like, listen, I have proof and evidence. I don't care. I'll stick to these platforms and just list more items. When should I start posting suede and puffy coats and wool and cashmere sweaters that I have? Dora, again, I recommend if you have the items and you have nothing else to list, you need to list those items year round. But if you have plenty of items to list, I'm just a big believer of listing what is selling currently. So if spring and summer stuff is selling right now more than fall and winter, which would be the case in the summer, that's my priority to list. If I had 10 polos and 10 jackets, I'm listing those polos first. And then if I had time to list those jackets, I list those jackets too in June. So if you have them and you have time, I would list them. There's no point in time where I'd be twiddling my thumbs and letting stuff sit. I'm always listing. I just list priorities. So like I said, in 2 weeks, I'm listing jeans and flannels because those usually sell first for me in the fall. Jeans and flannels. Band collar. Yes, banded collar is what I called that one, Andrew. Banded collar. And it's going to Heidi. No, it's going to Hattie. It's going to Hattie. Stick to what works. Yep. Happy Monday. Do you ever sell kids clothing? Sometimes I put kids super cheap. Yeah. Kim, there are kids clothing. What's up, Chris Peak? And Bold North, what's up? Sold a pair of those jeans. Perfect NYC. Yes. Perfect NYC jeans are good. They sell quick for me. But yes, the question was, do I sell kids clothing? I have a friend that sells kids clothing, but I don't really look too often into kids clothing. But I can tell you right now what sells really well. Vintage Disney, vintage Teletubbies, all that stuff from the 90s. Kids clothing is hot right now. Believe it or not, it's hot. Vintage or any Patagonia type stuff that's kids, I'll pick up, of course. And then there's some baby stuff that sells, like Little Sleeper, or if I see it, I would know. But like the bamboo clothing for kids, that sells really well. Chad, what's up? What's up, Sapone? You having problems printing eBay labels right now? No, but I did last night. I couldn't print my labels on eBay, bulk label printing on eBay last night. And then about an hour after that, I could do it. So it's just down for like a minute. Also, are you hunting brands? What brands am I hunting to pick up? All these brands I'm talking about here, Chad. Or you can go to sourceupfinds.com and click on my eBay store. You can see all the brands I've listed are all the brands I've sold, which would be even better. And those are the brands that I look and pick up and buy and sell. Okay, here we go. Check your inventory, guys. Check your inventory. Yeah, Little Sleepies. Little Sleepies are those do well. First day of kindergarten. What's up, Reisner? Congratulations with whatever you got planned. I saw your story. Yeah, first day of kindergartner for my kids. So first day of kindergarten, first day of third grade, and no, she didn't look back. She was all about it. She's been talking about kindergarten since forever. So she was all about it, did not even look back. Went right on in. Kids, Patagonia sell. I put a pair of shorts back at Marshall's. Well, I don't know resale arbitrage if it's worth it, but if I find Patagonia at the stores, kids clothing is so cheap that I get it. But check your inventory, because here's a pair of double RL jeans that I haven't been getting into my jeans bin very often because my jeans just aren't selling this time of year and I'm not listing them. I sell one every once in a while. And I saw that I still had a pair of double RL in the bins when I bought that big buyout. And I'm guessing like someone bought it and canceled it or something, but these were not listed. So I got these out and of course listed them right away. And they sold for, I took a best offer of $100 for those. And I paid $20-ish a piece, just over $20 a piece for these. And I think when I bought them at the time, I had like 18 pair of double RL jeans sold for $100. So check your inventory. Whenever you like, I don't know, my bin system's different than everybody's, but whenever I get into a bin like that and I see my jeans and there might be a jean, like I'm surprised that hasn't sold. Like that usually sells really quickly for me. I'll get on my phone and look it up on my phone on my eBay, and a lot of times, sometimes it's not there. Something will happen along the way. It's not there. Like when K-Way did his whole inventory system reboot, he found tons of clothing that weren't listed on his eBay store for whatever reason. Padded flat rate envelope. I always send jeans out in those. It's just what I do. It's not, might not be the cheapest, but it's just what I do. Do you comp suit pieces differently from regular clothing? Do I comp suit pieces differently from regular? So suit, if you're talking about suits, if you can find a suit together, it's usually always worth more. I don't piece suits out, if that's what you're talking about. Suits and blazers stuff. Blazers I sell separate because it's just the top. But if it's a suit is a top and bottom, or top, bottom, and a vest, a three-piece suit. I sell those together. Says the eBay issues are right now. Dang, sorry guys. Just bought 60 new with tags, an original packing. Excuse me. Bogey Brothers golf polos, 833 unit. Brand sells $120. Brand has 119 listed, 168 sold, over 100% sell-through rate. That means sold 50 to 60 free shipping. So I'll be able to undercut due to my buy costs. That is what I'm talking about. David, give me your source. I'm just kidding. You keep that source close to your hip. But that's awesome. Yeah. You bought it for $833. People are selling them for 50 or 60. You will control the price of that. You will make your own sell-through rate. You'll probably have 1,000% sell-through rate if you could price that at 45 and be fine with that. See lots of Miss Me jeans on Facebook. What's the most you pay per pair? The only Miss Me jeans I buy are larger pair. Shorts do pretty well. And then if they have the angel wings on the back, those are the Miss Me I purchase. And I don't like to spend a lot, less than $10 on all of them. Next item. This is a 3XL linen, spandex, cotton Vineyard Vines shirt. So button, is it a button down? It's a button down. The collar's button down, so it's a button down shirt. Vineyard Vines. It sold for $27.99. I paid $5 for it. If I'm a new seller, is it worth it to pay for eBay the percent to promote my items? So Natalie, what I would recommend, again, there are people that promote everything. You do you. I would promote items that are very saturated. So if there are a lot of Polo Ralph Lauren, if there are a lot of Vineyard Vines button-up shirts, which there are on eBay, it might be worth it to promote it. Now, eBay always going to suggest a promotion rate, and it's always higher than I'm comfortable with. So I always do less. I usually do about 5% when I did it. I don't think I have anything. I think I have a couple things promoted right now, like my K-Juice polos, but that's it. Have you ever sold Hudson jeans? Yes, Bethany. I used to sell Hudson jeans a lot. But then I'd find that they started sitting and weren't selling for me, so I stopped picking it up. And that's been the case with a lot of brands over the years. Do you ever buy from the thrift bulk supply places? Bales, I think they're called. Lindy, I don't. I've never done that. Never really. I like to kind of have more control over what I'm getting. So I've never done that because sorting through that stuff takes time too. Hey, Surfs, good morning. What's up, R? Ree, what's up? How many sales a week? How many days a week do you go sourcing? Right now, I go one full day sourcing, and then I'll hit the thrift stores. Maybe every day, every other day, I'll hit like 2 thrift stores. But I used to thrift when I was part-time, when I had a full-time job. I thrift every day on my way home from work, every single day. And then after I taught, I was thrifting 2 full days a week, and then I just was getting too much inventory that I couldn't keep up with it. So now I'm doing 1 full day a week, and then sometimes I'll go like with Bearded for a day or 2. We'll go 2. So right now, 1 full day a week, and I go from 9 to 5. I'll hit like 12, 13 thrift stores. When you check your stock and find a fall winter item that hasn't sold, what does it have to do with that item? Right now, if it's a fall and winter item that hasn't sold, you listed it last fall, I give it 1 season. So if I list something right now, it doesn't sell through the fall and winter, and we get back to next fall and winter, I'll price that item maybe in like November. I'll price it down to sell. So a lot of the items that did not sell through the winter, I'll give it like a month or 2 into the fall, and then I'll knock it down in price. Here's a North Face kids jacket. So I thought I was a little clever with this retail arbitrage. If you've been watching me for a while, you saw me pack some of these up throughout the summer. This I sold for $24.99, new with tags. So I went to a big sale and at a retail store, and everyone was buying men's clothing and everything. And I was looking at women's North Face. I'm like, you know what? Let me go look at kids, because people are always buying kids clothing, new. They like buying new. These were $8 a piece. $8 a piece. I'm like, I literally have like, this is a honey hole. No one's over here buying these. I'm going to buy all of them. And that's what I did. Same thing with those kids cleats. When do I have any days off? No days off. No days off. I'll take time here and there. But I mean, most days I have off are when I go on a cruise. I love cruising, and also cruising, like I can detach. They have internet plans. I might do like 1 or 2, but I can detach. But I mean, you own your own business, and I'm a year and a half into social media, and I'm 2 years into being full-time reseller. And so when you ever have a startup, anybody that has a startup business, they're really not going to have days off. There's always going to be something for them to do. But I have gotten better with balancing like my evenings and nights and days and whatever. But the good thing is about this job, I don't take days off, but I have time anytime during my day to do whatever I want. So if my kids have something that comes up, I can go do something for that. So I'm not stuck anywhere doing anything. If I'm out thrifting and something comes up, I can quit thrifting. So that's the advantage of this job. There's pulls each direction. Are Rock Republic jeans, men's jeans popular? No. Rock Revival is what you're looking for. Rock Revival. There's a difference. I remember going to that Salvation Army that was good one time. They had Rock Republic jeans on the wall. I went to the manager. I'm like, dude, and he listened to me. I'm like, those are Rock Revival. Those are like $5. You should put those at like $4 or $5. And I showed him. He's like, oh, you're right. And he took them off the wall. Oh, Bearded's in here. What's that clown doing? Less talking, more packing. Shut up, Bearded. What do you know about packing? Your wife packs everything for you. All right, next item. This is going to international. And for some reason, it had like multiple international things, and I couldn't print it off. So I'm going to go back in there and print that off, that label off. It was a Robert Graham shirt, a Robert Graham long sleeve shirt, whatever. It sold for $29.99 international. I priced down a ton of my shorts. I think I told you guys that a couple weeks ago. Priced down a ton of my shorts. These are Hurley shorts. Paid $3.99 for these. These have Phantom on the back. They say Phantom right here. They say Nike Dry Fit. They usually sell for more. But these, I took $12.59 for them. So got rid of them. They're size 30. Yeah, love cruises. I love cruises. I take the Mexican Riviera once a year off Long Beach. There you go. Best trips. I'm a big cruise fan. I know it's not for a lot of people, but you can tell by my personality, like I can't sit still. And I've done all-inclusives plenty, and I can't do all-inclusives. Number one, I don't drink, so I don't feel like I get the money worth. And number two, I can't just sit on a beach and at a pool. I have to be, and cruises offer so much, and every day you're at Newport or on the cruise, it's me. Cruises are me. Do I ship internationally? Yeah, I answered your question. New or used? New or used what? Coming up with the brand name and logo. How do you come up with yours? Natalie, I didn't take a lot of time. How do I get my wife? How can I get my wife that does all my packing for me? That's what I'm wondering. How can I get my wife to do all my packing for me? Ask the Bearded Thrifter. You know who else you should ask? K-Way Shop. Ask him. I always tell him, I said, put Kayla in more videos, which when he does, if you go and look at his videos, when Kayla's in the videos, they do well. He said, you need to put Kayla's face in more videos because people like looking at her face way more than yours. And he's like, shut up. I'm like, telling you. So that's it. But as far as logo and name, I think it's different. K-Way Shop is Kayla and Wayne Shop. That's K-Way Shop. Bearded Thrifter. He's got the beard, so he's a bearded thrifter. Me, Surf's Up Finds. I have a surf truck. I always had a love for the ocean. It took me 7 years to build this vintage surf truck. It's just supposed to look like an old surf truck. That was the whole premise of it. And I just love the ocean. Everything, college room was decorated and like surf stuff. I worked at Hollister, all that sort of deal. So I'm like, Surf's Up Finds. No one had it. I like that. I had a logo that was very rudimentary. It was just a picture of my truck. And then I have this new logo now. This is the one that I'm sticking with. I just changed this one in the beginning of July. So I would definitely kind of think about it, give it some time, make sure that name is available across all platforms that you're selling on too. I think that's important. Or if you're doing social media, same thing. My husband does all the packing and shipping for me. Flipping nurse, but you do all the listings. So whatever. I guess it's team. I guess everyone's a team. This is a Carhartt. Speaking of, I bought this with Bearded in Chicago. I remember this. And Felix might have been there too. 4XL. This is a 4XL Carhartt. And it kind of has that more vintage tag on it. I didn't sell for as much as I thought. I took a best offer at $35, which is still really good. But K-Way does have Kayla. I know. Don't let him fool you. This is going out in a priority. I've had this listed for a while. I don't know why it's going out in a priority, but it is. Maybe that's why it took a while to sell. Do I have an LLC? I don't. I don't have an LLC. Where do you get your logo? So you can hire people to make a logo for you. My first logo I made myself, and like there's a lot of apps you can get where you can like take pictures and cut them and add things to them. And then there are also different apps that are AI apps where if you put like make a logo of a beard or of a guy who has a beard thrifting, and AI will like generate logo. If you don't like it, you can they'll do it over and over and over until you find one you like, or maybe you want to put in something different. So AI has that. You can hire someone to make you a logo. Lots of different ways to do it, or make your own. Make your own would be a way to do it. The Tim White. Oh, I sold a hat, a Polo Ralph Lauren hat. Sales are going up, guys. I'm happy about it. Okay, I just released a video on this. So I just sold this for $400 on eBay. So this guy's been wanting it. It's a race-worn suit by this guy named Ted Musgrave. He was a NASCAR driver. Raced this in the Winston Cup Series, and he wasn't like a super great driver. He never won a race, but the guy bought it because he collects race-worn NASCAR people, whatever. So this sold for $400. I bought this and another shirt that I sold for $125 or $130, something like that, for $275. So this and a shirt for $275, sold it all for $525. So together. If you have a home, why do you need a storage unit? Because I have to make my wife sane. I have to make my wife sane. That's why. I'll tell you about it though. Can I work? Canva. Okay, so Renee says Canva works great for logos. So Canva. I never used Canva. Do smaller home decor items sell well on eBay? Of course. Especially if it's like a Pottery Barn or something like that. Yeah. Or like restoration hardware, stuff like that. Cool finds. He collects NASCAR people. He collects NASCAR people's stuff, right? Retired drivers, vintage stuff. The guy says I think it's the same guy. There's two guys. I think he said he has like a mobile museum where he goes to the races and sets it up, and people can like walk through the trailer and see like the uniforms. I don't know. Whatever. I thought it was cool. Not the best buy ever, but I just thought it was such a cool thing. I made a video on it, short on it. You can watch it, whatever platform you watch it on. So I'm dog sitting in a bit. Have a great day. All right, see you. Have fun with that dog. I'm going to be doing the same here in a minute with my own dog. Siri. Ever found any SDA press style Levi's? I haven't. I've never found those. Do you ever go to estate sales? Yep. I love estate sales. If I can find them, yeah. If you're just joining, my dad used to run estate sales up until 2018. But he ran estate sales from me being probably 1998 till 2018. So probably 20 years of it. I'll put a little bit of this in here. But yeah, I'm just putting this in an eBay box. You saw what I did. I rolled it up, put it in just like a trash bag to keep it a little bit protected, but this thing was in a race, in a NASCAR race. That thing will be just fine. I need to get my dog out. Have a great day. See you, Linda. See you, Lindy. Have a great day. I get it. I've been on a long time too, right? How long have we been on for? An hour 47. That's about normal for a Monday. Mondays are for us. We talk, we chit-chat. All right, let's get to Poshmark and Mercari sales. Poshmark 8, Mercari 4. So let's do Mercari first. If you're new to Mercari, they do not take commissions. If I have a home, why do I use a storage unit? Because my home's not big enough. So what happened was we would have a room and I would end up having a whole bunch of inventory in it. And my wife was like, we had a conversation. I was like, multiple, like, this bothers me. I don't like feeling this way. I feel claustrophobic with all this stuff. Multiple conversations. And until one day she's like, listen, I don't like it. I want it out of here. I'm like, okay, storage unit it is. So I got a storage unit, and that's where I put all my inventory that I hold until the next season. And that storage unit is 100% write-off. So I think a lot of people think, like a side bit, it's still a business. So my auto posher, I write off auto posher 100%. eBay store, 100%. Storage unit, 100%. Those are all 100% write-off. The eBay Open coming up soon. I think I'm going to do that. That's 100% write-off. Moga? Is it Moga? Your eBay sales are slow right now. They're going to get better. They're going to start picking up. Maybe run some sales. This was my best weekend I've had in probably 5 weeks. Mercari. So let's get the Mercari orders up here. Mercari. So it sold on Mercari, a pair of figs, $17. So a pair of figs. These are women's figs. You just look for the cross right there. Normally that's figs. Then on the back pocket, you'll see figs right there. So figs are good. They don't, they do okay. They still sell well. If you find really good colors and stuff, they sell better. But these sold for 17. Our cost for our scrubs are $3.99. $3.99 for scrubs. Happy wife, happy life. No doubt about it. And happy husband, right? What about us? I'm just kidding. I joined the accept offer on Depop and not getting paid over the weekend club. Accept offer. Yep. Well, I'm no longer a part of that club because I'm not on Depop anymore. So enjoy your club. I bounced out of that club. I got bounced out. What is the eBay Open? I'll have a video out, I think, on it soon. I'll talk about it. So it's basically like you hear from eBay people, and you hear from a lot of resellers that are like at the top of the game, and eBay people like, this is what you should be doing. All the questions you ask me, I feel like I need to know these things, like the latest and greatest, like this matters, promotions really matter or not, or whatever, all those sorts of things. And then that will be a write-off at the end of the year. So kind of doing it to help my sales, but also be able to answer questions better. Looked at the market today. Scary times. Yep. Market is very low. There's a few reasons why. You guys know I pay attention to the economy and market a lot. I don't talk about that stuff because that's not, I don't give financial advice. You can get big trouble for that. But yeah. Market is getting clobbered today. And at the end of last week, it's funny because they were waiting for rate cuts. And last week they said, we'll probably start rate cuts in September. And the market likes that. And the reason they do that is because unemployment is starting to raise up. Well, unemployment actually starting to tick up. So now everyone's like, oh, there's going to be a recession. So the markets are scared. It's all games to me. I think it's all game. The big whales are the ones who control the market. BlackRock and all those money makers, they control it. But yeah, markets are down. But when markets are down, that's just an opportunity to buy. And plus all the tensions, there's a lot of tension over there with Israel and Iran and all that stuff going on right now. If you haven't paid attention to that, watch the news. Any news. You're going to eBay Open in person? No. So eBay Open is now, I wish it was in person. I like that. It used to be in Vegas every year. And I'm like, man, one of these days I'm going to go to the eBay Open in Vegas, go to like a couple of the events and then just play hooky. But it is, what was that? What was that? Oh, that was a Vineyard Vines with the Red Sox emblem. It sold for $22. But it's online. It's virtual. It's a virtual eBay Open. So you'll log in from your computer. Next item is an Indy 11. This is our local soccer team. This is a women's jersey. Indy 11 jersey, local soccer team. It's like right under MLS. This sold for $40 on Mercari. $40 on Mercari. And it's going to someone in New Jersey. Okay. Good morning, Gladys. What is up? Good morning to you. Putting it as we speak. There you go. Figs is one of the sponsors of the U.S. Olympics teams in Paris. Maybe they will go up in price. Yes. It's funny because my son brought that up. We saw the commercial and he has nothing. He has no idea what figs are. He knows Polo Ralph Lauren, obviously. But he's like, Dad, look at that commercial. It's funny because it's like medics, and they're talking about, they're singing head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and they're talking about like, helping people with their head injuries and shoulder injuries and knee injuries, and Figs is, the brand with the commercial. And so that got his attention, right? How great was that? Ooh, something else, $59.99. Sales are going up. I just sold something a few minutes ago for $44.99 and one for $59.99. So let's go. Let's get these sales rocking and rolling in August, guys. July sucked. My worst month by far. By far. Am I still live, Jared? Yes. I'm live just for you. Shout out to Papa Surfs. Yeah, Papa Surfs. Awesome to see you two thrift together. Yeah, he's actually coming over here like now in a little bit. But yeah, he to watch a show while I work. But he loves to thrift. That's his thing. So anytime I can do it, I will. And he's also 79. So it's There's going to be a time where I look back and it's going to be like, our good times together. What is my turnaround time on clothing? It just depends what it is. I like to do within 90 days, but anything I list, I want it to sell within 90 days. Yeah. So anything I list, I want that item when I list it to sell within 90 days. Do you list your eBay shoes priority so you can use US free boxes? Yes, but I don't do all shoes priority. If I find tennis shoes, like honestly, those shoes that I sold, those on clouds, I can put them in these ground and I'll ship them out ground. So if I have tennis shoes or sandals or anything like that, I'll ship those out ground. Why did I drop Depop? Because Depop dropped me. That's why. Depop dropped me. They kicked me off. And if you don't know why, you go on YouTube or Facebook. I talked about it a couple times earlier. But it's good. We're good. I'm good with it. I didn't cry over that loss. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren, just a peach colored striped shirt. This sold for $18 over on Mercari. Mercari and I are cool. We're cool. Good morning, Jessica. How do you search for sellers on eBay? Good question. I always have trouble with that one. Natalie, I don't really know the answer to that. If you're looking for me, you can go to surfsupfinds.com and my eBay store is attached there. But I always have trouble. With that, trying to find a seller. I end up finding it out, but I don't look up sellers very often at all, like ever. So I don't do like store reviews. I know there's a lot of people that do store reviews and like paid store reviews, like media people or influencers or whatever we are online who do paid store reviews. I don't do that. So I could easily do that, but I don't do that for a number of reasons. Do you know anyone who operates an eBay store from a storage unit, or do you have a prior experience? Have thought about doing it since I live in a small apartment, but not sure how it would work. David, I don't know who it is, but I saw a guy on a platform. I don't know what it was. And it was a short, but it was like a 2-minute short. It was a video. Might have been on YouTube. And his system in the storage unit. And yes, he had internet. I don't know if he tethered it to his phone, but he had internet in his storage unit. And he had his printing, everything, and his whole inventory in storage unit. So he ran his whole business from a storage unit. So he would go to work at a storage unit. So yes, it can be done. What platforms am I on? I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and then locally on Facebook Marketplace. And as far as social media, Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. July was my worst month too. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone, DC. DC, come out with more videos. I like your videos. Brad, does your rule about picking up good brands, polos with college logos apply to Major League Sports? Yes. So that Vineyard Vines had Boston Red Sox. So, for sure. Vineyard Vines polo shirt that's stretchy with an MLS team or a college school or a well-known college school. I always pick them up. Big Apple does. Okay, yeah. Big Apple does his packs from his storage unit. Yeah, so I think Big Apple runs his business out of his storage unit too. Poshmark sales, everybody. Okay, let's get into it. I sold 2 items that I bought last week at the Marshall sales. Both of them, $40 a piece. So I paid $22 a piece for these, I believe. I might be wrong. It might be 20 a piece, but these are Holderness and Bourne, size small. So a lot of people don't want to get size small. Picked them up for $20 or $22, sold them for $40. Fine with that. That's how retail arbitrage works. You're not going to really get those triples and not even doubles a lot. So how do you know which inventory is old? In my store, I can look when I cross list and I can go through there or my eBay store I can look through, but I just know in the back of my head. I'm very a visual learner, and I have a really good memory of my items. I can tell you where I picked something up 3 years ago. Beard and I talk about that all the time. It's really weird how we have memories like that. But if I go through a bin and I pull something to ship, I'll see some things in there that look really old. Right then and there, a lot of times I'll just mark them down on my eBay store. July was bad for any gig work, period. Well, I don't know. It was just a bad, maybe for any gig work. I know it with retail sales in general across, used cars and even homes and Lululemon, like just retail stores, stuff like that, it's not that great. So this sold for 40, and I have another one, same thing, size small, sold for 40. So just bought these last week. They were the same size. All I did was just put the listing, and then I put like A1, A2, A3, because I had 3 different sizes. So at the end of the listing, I put A1 to A2, A3, so I could cross list them like that, and they sold. So good for those. Good for those. And again, that's $20 that I spent. So that's $20 invested. So I'm glad to get a $40 back on those. Next item, the GOAT. Except he was the GOAT with the Colts, but he did win a Super Bowl with the Broncos. But again, talking about jerseys, going back to what we talked about earlier, if it's a legend, no matter where they played, they usually will sell. So Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. So forever he will be like a Bronco legend, just like John Elway. And in Indianapolis, I buy his jersey because people will always be buying his jersey here. So this sold over there for $40. $40 for this, bought it for $5. For me, summer picked up on eBay. Good. Mr. Rose, yeah, it can be different, especially what type of inventory you have. I mean, even collectibles might be like a better thing in the summer. I don't know. Any tips for wrinkly shirts? You just fold them like this, and you just put them like this. You just put it in the bag. That's all you do. That's all you do. Actually, that sold. I just have to redo that label. No, wrinkly shirts, I don't iron, I don't steam, I don't do anything. So I'm not the best person to ask, and I sell shirts all the time. But I'd guess maybe like if I would look at the tag, like if you can dry it on low, put like a wrinkle releaser in there, something like that, I think would be good. Or the wrinkle spray where you spray the wrinkle release and pull it and let it sit, and the wrinkles kind of come out. Maybe that would be a good idea. But this was $5. Peyton Manning jersey, sold it for $40. So we'll see. Thanks. I post my can. Yup. I like it, DC. Any tips for wrinkly shirts? What size poly mailers do you use? So these are, I always have tape. These are like, maybe like a 10 by 13. Or like, yeah, these are like a 10 by 13. All this stuff is, again, I don't sell stuff to you guys. I must say that every time. If you go to surfstopfinds.com, you'll see an Amazon link, and it has all the stuff I use. I don't sell it to you, but they do give me a kickback. I'll be clear about that, but it's not big. It's like a couple cents. So I don't care. But 10 by 13, and then like everything else on surfstopfinds.com too that I use. So you can see everything of me except for what's underneath. You know what I mean? All right, that's sold. And next item is a lot. So there were these shirts right here. I lotted them together because they didn't sell for a ton each individually, but they're called the Landmark Project t-shirts. They were all new with tags. They weren't going to be a pickup, but they were all new with tags together. I picked them up and sold them as a lot. These sold for $50. $50 on, what am I doing, guys? We're on Poshmark. What am I doing? I need to be shipping stuff out in priority. If you guys don't sell on Poshmark, everything goes out in priority. So use these free envelopes. I put wrinkly as hell suits, and they sold. Yeah. I've never had issues with it. Izzy is, I see you. Izzy is. You can't sneak in here on me. All right. That sold. Again, $50 for those. They were $5 a piece, so 20 into 50. Lotting, I did a video on that not too long ago about Brooks Brothers polo shirts. Lotting, I'm a fan of. Sometimes that's a way to buy some items that you wouldn't normally buy and make some money. Someone talked about Marmot earlier, I think. Here's Marmot right here, but this one's a new with tags shirt, but it did have a Subaru logo on the side of it. If it had like a local business logo, I wouldn't have got it, but Subaru's a little bit different because people, like their Subaru cars, they might wear them. This sold for $18 on Poshmark. $18 on Poshmark. Is that a Paddington bear in the back? It is. It's a Paddington bear from the 80s. And it's like a little soccer, or I guess I should say football, because I think Paddington's like UK, right? a football or a rugby player, little guy. That's his original outfit and everything. I got him from an estate sale for $5. That would have been on eBay, whatever. eBay.com. It would have been on their Shop Goodwill. Another pair of Figs pants for $17. Both of these women's. The last one was a small. This one is an extra small petite. So again, not the best sizes, but they still did well. Okay, a question. A couple questions. Have to do it from a PC, use advanced search. If you go to Google, have to use search in eBay. It will tell you exactly how. Okay, so if you want to look for a user on eBay, go to Google. It'll tell you exactly how. Have to do it from a PC instead of your phone to look for a user on eBay. I have a question about Autoposture. Do you have to verify each item that you list on Autoposture? I don't, Jared. So it has that little verify button. What I end up doing, so there's on Autoposture, there's a little orange like exclamation point next to your listing. When you import your items, as soon as I start cross-listing those items, that little thing goes away. The verification thing goes away. So I haven't had to verify anything after I cross-listed them. It always goes away, so they're verified. I bought a steamer with intentions of steaming out wrinkles and haven't taken out of the box yet. That was 2 months ago. And now, that's too bad you can't return it because I really don't think you need it, to be honest. But again, to each your own. Someone messaged me over the weekend and say, listen, what are your thoughts on, I see what you do. What are your thoughts on me? I spend so much time ironing stuff out, setting it up. My pictures for each item take a long time for each picture. I said, you do you. I bet your sales are still really good. I bet your pictures look way better than mine. But for me, I like to list really good items and a lot of them rather than taking more time on that item. So I just told them what I do. Again, to each their own, whatever works for you. Do you notice certain days at Goodwill stores are better than others? Yeah, it just depends where you go. I like the middle of the week, middle of the day, whatever time they like roll out new inventory and whatever time people aren't in there, which is usually during the day, is a good time. If you can get off during your lunch break and go, I think that's a good time to go. Just start cross-listing to Poshmark. It's been a month and I still haven't gotten a sale. I don't know to keep adding stuff in or I'm going to go anywhere or if it's not going anywhere. So Alexis, when I first started crossing over to Poshmark, I had a ton of sales. I don't know. Are you doing the share? Do you have a sharing thing? Are you sharing it? Like if you're using like Mindu or List Perfectly, there's other share bots you can use. You can even use Autoposture share bot. But that's a big thing. I don't know. I had sales pretty quickly on there. You think the other day 2 packages that went and you had, I think, 2 other packages that went in poly mailers on Poshmark. I know I did. Gosh, dang it. Will eBay make a decision on instant pay during the open? That's a good question. I'll find out. For everybody. Or you guys can go too. Remember, it's 100% write-off. Perfection kills profit. I like that. Perfection kills profit. In this business, it does. Okay, next item. I talked about this earlier. Bought these off of Whatnot, out there flipping. Bought a whole bunch of these off of their Whatnot for dirt cheap. Sold it for $15. Took a best offer of $15. Again, buy stuff cheap. You can control how much you sell it for and still make good money. What other athletic brands like Lulu, Viore, Trackmaster? Trackmaster's a really good one. Look at you pulling out Trackmaster. Roan, I sold 2 pair of Roan shorts that I packed up yesterday. Roan's a decent brand. Viore, 10,000, like spell out 10, TEN 1,000 is a good brand of athletic gear. But Viore is my number one. It's not gonna auto delist if you don't verify. Yeah, if you don't verify, it's not gonna auto delist. But all my items get verified once I cross list. So yeah, you got to just make sure that little verification thing on Autoposture is gone. With Autoposture, Jared. Question, do you have any verified? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any issues with the verification. Again, if you have a question about Autoposture, email them. They get back to you super quickly. They get back to you. Since I don't have any issues, I can't answer that for you very well. I want you to be able to get the best answer. So I would email them and just let them know what your issues are. So, I mean, you're paying for the service, so email them. It's their job to answer your questions and to help you out. Good morning, sir. Got my account all set up on Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. Oh, what's up, Ron? Already made a sale on Depop. Moving to Auto Posture September 1st. Thanks for all the advice. You're welcome. And you're going to start getting sales. You're welcome. Hopefully I give you some advice that works. Take bits and pieces of it or all of it. You just did it again. Those were, dang it. Okay. I'm pulling, you know what? I'm pulling out a padded flat rate envelope. You guys are like, what is he talking about? All these items right now are Poshmark sales. You make sales on Poshmark, use the free priority envelopes that you can get from USPS or boxes or whatever, because they're giving you priority package slips, whatever. This is a Untuckit nylon spandex blend shirt. This sold really, really quick, actually. This sold for $20 on Poshmark. Here we go. Sorry about that, Deborah. Thanks for catching me. Found Trackmaster at the thrift. Almost left it and decided to look it up and sold pretty quick. Yeah, Trackmaster is a really good brand. You do not find it very often, though. I do not find it very often. Do you think Depop is more for the youth? 100% is more for the youth. 100% I think it is. For sure. For sure it's more for the youth. All right. Guys, sorry I was on a long time. Took a lot of your time, but I'm going to get back here to our consistent Monday morning meetings where we pack stuff and answer questions and hang out, and you guys tell me new bolos, and I hopefully tell you guys some things. So we're going to get back to that, okay? We're going to get back to that. Kids are at school, all that sort of stuff. So Poshmark allows USPS flat rate boxes too. Do they? I haven't used the flat rate boxes. Aviator brand is on the bingo fine thrift list. Aviator Nation, I've only found it once, and it was jeans, only once. So I've marked it off, but it's kind of on there for me too because I don't find it very often. So yeah. All right, guys, appreciate you all. Have a really good day. I'll see you guys on the next live, or I'll see you in maybe one of your guys' lives, or if you put out shorts on social media or whatever, I watch those too. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone. Peace from DC Flips. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Get